So this is our living room. This is a really popular hangout spot for our sisters. We have a whole bunch of couches, so it's really nice to kind of sit here and just do homework on these tables. But these brown couches are super comfy, so it's also a great place to take a nap in the middle of the day. A lot of sisters do take advantage of that. And we do also have a Wii gaming system, so we'll have game nights here as well. So generally a really popular spot for just either socializing, doing homework, taking a nap, really a multi-purpose space. Back here we have our cubbies. These are for our commuter sisters, those who may not live on campus or not in the house. So if they want to leave some extra chargers like laptop or phone chargers or a spare set of comfy clothes so that if they spontaneously decide to spend the night, they have like a set of pajamas, they can keep it all here. So it's really nice that we can make it a little bit more convenient for our commuter sisters to stay in the house whenever they feel like it. Down here we have our scholarship, sunshine, and sports shout-out boxes. If you want to recognize yourself or a sister for an achievement that has happened recently, you can write it on a little slip of paper and put it in the appropriate box. Over here we have our conference room. This is a place that we will have closed exec board meetings. You can also use it as a study space if you want, because it's really nice to close the door and you and a few other sisters that might be studying for an exam can all just sit in here and get some work done. We also use this as a place sisters can sign out for individual use. So if you have a video interview or you have a take-home exam that you need to be in a really quiet, non-distracting environment for, you can always sign out the conference room and just use it for yourself. So that's really cool. Back here we have our commuter fridge. Similar to the commuter cubbies, this is a way to help commuter students feel like they have a place in our home even if they don't live here, so sisters can keep their lunch here during the day. We also have a coffee maker so they can get a cup of coffee after they've driven here on their way to class, so that's nice too. Through here we have actually a guest room. It's free for sisters to use, so if you have a parent coming to visit you or a friend and you don't have room in your own room for them to visit or stay, you can assign out the guest room, and it's a bed, desk, and actually a private bathroom through here as well. So it's really nice for when you have parents or maybe a guest of a different gender coming and staying. If they feel more comfortable in a guest room with their own private bathroom, we have that, and it's totally free, so that's cool too. Welcome to our basement. Over here we have our laundry room. We have 2 washers and 2 dryers, and they are free for the sisters in the house to use, so that's really nice. We also have a shelf in there so you can keep your laundry detergent and dryer sheets. You don't have to lug them up and down from your room, which is also super convenient. Over here we have our gym. One of Alpha Sigma Alpha's aims is physical development, so it's really important that we give our sisters the opportunity to develop themselves physically within their own house. Sisters can do different bodyweight exercises. We have a variety of yoga mats, yoga balls. We also have some weighted bars and other free weights, and then just general mats that you can lay out if you want to do floor work. Over here we have the main area of our basement. This is where we have our chapter meetings. We just have a few couches and kind of cushiony chairs out right now, but we have a bunch of stacking chairs that we pull out during chapter meetings. The entire chapter can fit down here at one time. Outside of meeting use, we also just use this as another place to hang out or do homework. We have a table here, but an even better place to do homework in our basement is actually right over here in our scholarship lounge. So the scholarship lounge has a bunch of textbooks donated by previous sisters. So if you don't want to buy your textbooks for the semester, you can just borrow one from the basement, and that's really nice. We also have a printer down here so you can print, and we have a bunch of tables and chairs that you can do homework down here as well. So our scholarship chair does a lot of programming for sisters to help them stay on track of their syllabi schedules. So if you feel like you want a little bit of extra help with planning your semester, our scholarship chair is always there for you. So here we have our mailboxes. This is where all of your paper mail and your packages will come when you live in the house. A lot of the sisters that don't live in the house and live in other housing options on campus actually prefer to have their packages sent here because it's easier. All the packages will just be in front of the mailbox, and you don't have to have a slip or a certain number to go and pick up your package from the post office on campus as well. Through this way, we'll come across our kitchen. So all the sisters in the house can use the kitchen. Our meal plan does provide lunch and dinner for us Monday through Friday, made fresh every day, but we don't get meals on weekends. We will have leftovers from the meals that we got during the week to eat on weekends. However, if you wanted to make yourself some eggs or just some pasta, a different fresh meal, you can come into the kitchen and make it here. As you can see, we have this steel container with a little bit of green on it. That is our compost container. We actually have compost set up right outside our house back here next to our garbage and recycling. So we're trying to make a better impact on the world through our actions in the house, which is pretty cool. Over through here, we have our dining room. As you can see, we've got a bunch of really long tables set up. On these tables over here is where the chefs will put their food, and then everyone will line up buffet style with their plate, go and grab a sandwich, some soup, pasta, whatever we're eating that day, and then go ahead and take a seat at one of these long tables. Because it does look like the really long tables in the Great Hall like Harry Potter, we like to joke that, oh, it's time for the grand meal, and people will be yelling at each other across the room, get really funny conversations. The conversation always ends up going into the weirdest directions, but it's a lot of fun. A lot of really cool memories actually end up getting made at our mealtime. Alright, now we're going to head to the lounge on this floor. Like I mentioned downstairs, each floor has 2 lounges, one on each side, but they are a little bit different. However, each floor will have at least one lounge with a fridge in it, as well as a microwave. So you don't have to go all the way downstairs if you want to reheat your leftovers, or if you don't have a fridge in your room but you do want to keep some food, you can always keep it in the lounge fridge, just to make sure you get it before it gets nasty. And then again, we have a really beautiful view of the quad from here, so it's really nice to people watch, and also do homework, hang out with sisters, and generally social. So that's it for our house tour. Thanks for joining us. Please be sure to follow us on our social medias at NSA Zeta Phi on Instagram and on Snapchat so you can keep up with our recruitment events. We look forward to seeing you soon, and go Hawks!